We're on episode 2 of season 4. This one is called Are You There, God? It's Me, Dean Winchester. This is so good. I'm so excited. Let's do it. The Three Stooges. Oh my God, I love that show. Core childhood memories. I watched it all the time.
Olivia, it's Bobby. Call me back, would you? I got something big. I could use your help.
Cool. Oh my God. Ew. What the heck?
I'm so sorry.
Oh. What? I was like, oh, cool. But she's going to join the team. All right.
Salt rounds and devil's traps and Ruby's knife? Mm-hmm. Dean, Lilith is scared of that thing.
Hey, we don't know for sure, so I'm not gonna believe that this thing is a freaking angel of the Lord because it says so.
You two chuckleheads want to keep arguing religion? Want to come take a look at this? It all says an angel can snatch a soul from the pit.
What else?
What else? What?
What else could do it?
Airlift your ass out of the hot box? As far as I can tell, nothing.
Dean, this is good news.
How?
Because for once, this isn't just another round of demon crap. I mean, maybe you were saved by one of the good guys, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, then what? There's a god?
At this point, Vegas money's on, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, guys.
Okay, look, I know you're not all choir boy about this stuff, but this is becoming less and less about...
He's literally laughing. That must have been a hard one to get through without smiling.
I'm sorry, but I'm not buying it.
Why not?
Because why me? If there is a God out there, why would he give a crap about me?
Dean.
I mean, I've saved some people, okay? I figured that made up for the stealing and the dishing chicks.
Well, apparently you're a regular guy that's important to the man upstairs.
Bye, Sam.
Whoa. Wait, what's going on?
Sam, they're angels. I'm a demon. They're not gonna care if I'm being helpful. They smite first and then they ask questions later. Watch yourself, Sam.
I'm scared of angels.
I got a friend once stayed over, Olivia Lowry. I've been trying to reach her for 3 days on this angel thing. It's not like her to ignore this many calls.
Olivia Lowry, Hunter, right?
Yeah.
Dude?
Yeah.
Where's the pie? Olivia was rocking the EMF meter.
Spirit activity.
On steroids. I've never seen a ghost do this to a person. Bobby?
I called some hunters nearby.
Good, we could use the help.
Except they ain't answering their phones either.
Oh God.
What's going on here, Bobby? What a bunch of ghosts suddenly want to gank off-duty hunters.
I don't know. But until we find out, you guys better get your asses to my place.
It's like a Dementor. Oh, what?
Hi, Sam. It's been a while. Her fault. She was after you and I paid the price. You left us there to die!
God. No. What the heck? Isn't that from The Shining?
Bobby!
In Winchester. Still so bossy. You don't recognize me?
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't recognize
This is what I looked like before that demon cut off my hair and dressed me like a slut.
Their usage of the word whore and slut is so wild in this show.
Okay. Seriously. I'm just a college girl. Sorry. Was. You know, I was awake. I had to watch while she murdered people. And they're screaming at you. Just help me, please. You're supposed to help people, Dean. Why didn't you help me?
Sorry.
Stop saying you're sorry.
Wow. Oh, man.
It wasn't just me, Dean. I had a sister. Broken? Meg. Do you know what that did to her? She killed herself! Because of you, Dean!
Rory!
Did your brain get french fried in hell?
Everyone knows he was in hell.
Mark on her hand, almost like a brand.
I saw Mark too on Henriksen.
What did it look like?
Paper?
That is a fortified place.
Bobby, is this solid iron? Completely coated in salt.
You built a panic room?
I had a weekend off.
You're awesome.
Yeah, it's so true.
Oh.
Oh. What's up with Dean's face? Like, oh, okay.
What's wrong with him? Where the hell is he while all these decent people are getting torn to shreds? Does he live with himself, you know? Why doesn't he help?
Yeah, it's a good question.
I ain't touching this one with a 10-foot pole. Yeah. I found it. They were forced to rise. They woke up in agony. They're like rabid dogs. It ain't their fault. Someone rose them. The apocalypse.
Is it apocalypse, a 4 horsemen, pestilence, $5 a gallon gas apocalypse?
$5
the one. The rise.
Bobby just always had the coolest things. Whoa. Oh, this guy. Oh.
Hey, Dean. He's got the laser eyes.
Ron,
He's so
with
happy to see
the
him.
laser eyes?
Dead because of you.
You were supposed to help me!
Hemlock, opium, wormwood.
Opium?
Go!
Could have saved us. You know what really pisses me off, Sam?
Oh, God.
You saw how I suffered for months. How many innocent bodies has Ruby burned through for kicks? How many girls just like me?
Dang it.
Victor, Dean, it's my fault you're dead. I left you behind. And the minute I heard about that explosion,
You think you left and Lilith came and we all died in a beautiful blast of white light? 45 minutes.
What?
Over 45 minutes. Lilith said she wanted to have some fun. The secretary was first. Remember her, Nancy, the virgin? Lilith filleted Nancy's skin off piece by piece. You get saved from hell, I die. Why do you deserve another chance, Dean?
Whoa.
You all right?
no.
It just... Why did they have to die in that way? Oh, my God. No fair. It's just too bad they can't, like, do that, just a quick spell. Oh, God. Oh, God.
Fireplace!
I like how he shows up now after all the hard work was done. He could have come a little earlier. It's not fair.
Excellent job with the witnesses.
You were hip to all this?
Yeah.
I was made aware.
Made aware.
Well, thanks a lot for the angelic assistance. You know, I almost got my heart ripped out of my chest.
Angels are warriors of God. I'm a soldier.
Yeah, then why didn't you fight?
I'm not here to perch on your shoulder. We had larger concerns.
Concerns? There were people getting torn to shreds down here. By the way, while all this is going on, where the hell is your boss, huh? If there is a God.
There's a God.
I'm not convinced.
Lord
If you say
works.
mysteriously, so help me, I will kick your ass. Some kind of a sign of the apocalypse.
That's why we're here. Big things afoot.
Do I want to know what kind of things?
The rising of the witnesses is one of the 66 seals.
Okay, I'm guessing that's not a show at SeaWorld.
Those seals are being broken by Lilith.
Oh.
You think of the seals as locks on a door.
Okay, last one opens and...
Lucifer walks free.
Oh.
I thought Lucifer is just a story they told at Demon Sundays.
Demon Sunday School.
There's no such thing.
3 days ago, you thought there was no such thing as me. Why do you think we're here, walking among you now for the first time in 2,000 years?
Stuff, Lucifer.
Our numbers are not unlimited. 6 of my brothers died in the field. There's a bigger picture here.
It's crazy.
Should show me some respect. I dragged you out of hell. I can throw you back in.
So I guess it means that you believe in the devil.
Why are you asking me all this?
Well, if there's demons, I mean, in a hell, doesn't there have to be a devil? Dang, we're really going in it. I thought that the season 3 was hard, but this is going to be hard because, for me personally, but not in like a, I can't make it. I can, and I will. A big thing that I've been tackling and trying to understand, going through my autism diagnosis a few years ago, and then realizing my OCD side of the autism, that for a long, because when I was a kid, I had like OCD to an extreme where I had to touch things, couldn't step on cracks, thought I would kill my mom literally if I stepped on cracks. You know, step on a crack, break your mom's back. Constantly thinking, if I don't do this, my mom might die, or something bad's gonna happen to me, my family. I would be stuck in repetitive behavior to protect somehow. And as I grew up, it went away. I didn't have to touch things 1, 2, 3, and oh, you know what? Let me go touch it one more time because it wasn't a perfect touch. So I dealt with that for a long time without anyone knowing. No adults understood what was going on. I never expressed it. I just, because I didn't know that I should, I guess. For some reason, it went away when I was like middle school, maybe teenage years. It went away, and then it came back with religion. And it's called scrupulosity. I think maybe when I was 19, it sort of came back, 18, 19, where I would go into these things of like, because of the way I was raised with my religion, it definitely, all of this stuff sounds so familiar to me. The seals being broke. I just remember there being a 7th seal, and if the 7th seal breaks, then we're in the end game. But I got to that point where I stopped reading manga and anime and everything that I really loved, movies, TV. I had to stop watching them because I believed that it was a sin, and it was because of the way I was taught that they were demonic. And so it was this thing that I kind of would go into, and then again in the last few years it came back up, and I'm assuming it now. I'm looking at it where I think it comes up when I'm really overwhelmed and under stress. And this time it was a like end of the world thing. It just came back, like where I'm like thinking all these really, really bad thoughts. I mean, they're scary. So when I was watching the show, it was like that was what was coming up a lot. And I just could not do it because I was like, I'm living this right now. I'm feeling these things that are really weird happening that my brain can't comprehend. And also, I didn't know it was the OCD, that it just it's like a weed. You cut it out and you think it's gone, but it slowly grows and grows and grows. And that's what it is, I think, for me, in OCD. And the way it just, if it's not touching things and making sure that I'm not stepping on a certain way, or maybe I walked the incorrect way, I need to turn around and now go back and walk. That was what I dealt with when I was a kid. Now, So all of that's gone, but now it comes out again in another way. So it's learning how to figure it out, and learning about exposure therapy. And so the way I see it is, right now we're in the belly of the beast for me when it comes to like, oh, this stuff scares me. And also I learned about it and I have my own perspectives on it, but I really love this show, and I also don't want to fall into those belief patterns, because I know that those are not real, and in some ways this is like exposure therapy. I think as time goes on, it'll like it because I don't feel that pang of fear. I think a year ago I would literally have panic attacks because of the things that I was seeing, and then what I was going through in my personal life, and it just crashed and collided until I would legitimately be having a panic attack while I'm watching, and I'm just like frozen, and I'm like, I can't do that. Legitimately, you can't do that. You can't live that way. So it's so interesting that this is where the series is going. I think it's a little bit poetic in some ways, because I think there's a lot that I can like unpack too with you guys. A lot of you probably feel the same way, or grew up in a specific religion and maybe you had a religious abuse, or maybe you know, whatever it is, but you're not in that particular religion anymore. Maybe you're an atheist, agnostic, whatever it is. Maybe you're still a religious person, but maybe you're trying to find your own way. All are welcome here, because this, you know, we're just trying to figure out what we're doing. The best thing we can do is just be together and be open and work together. But I think that maybe some of you might understand this, and you go through it too. I like where this is going. I appreciate the questioning of, if God is real, then why is all this bad stuff happening? I think that's an important question. At the end of the day, no one really knows. And so it's this thing here with, okay, well, Castiel sort of explains it. There's only a certain amount of angels, and angels are warriors. They're not these little cherubs playing music and floating around. They're actual warriors, and there's a lot more demons than there are angels, obviously, and then people who are going into hell. What's catches my attention in the series is makes it really interesting is that it's just the humans caught in between this power struggle of heaven and hell, and somehow we're here and we're like getting hit bullets that are not for us, but well, you're in the way, so we're gonna take you out. That's where I hope they talk about that in this series, because that doesn't make sense to me. Why don't you guys figure it out? Don't involve the humans. It's not fair, and there's no fight. You can't fight against a demon, as we've seen in the series. You can't fight against ghosts, I mean, in this series. So now they're here because Lilith has opened up these seals, and it's to bring out Lucifer. It is like a question of, or it answers that question. Like, it just seems like it's unfair. I think in the Bible, it's pretty clear how unfair life really is. And yes, some people get saved, like Daniel in the lion's den, or Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego in the fire. Good things can happen to, like, Joseph, who was sold into slavery, and he ends up being this ruler of Egypt, and he's then able to save so many people because he has dreams that are visions. And there's these beautiful moments, and there's really dark moments with David, who defeats Goliath, and then later sees Bathsheba, and then wants her, takes her, kills her husband, then his child dies in the future on the battlefield. And it's like, there's, in the Bible, there's a lot of unfair things, and really it's not the way we're taught in Sunday school or Saturday. I went to church on Saturday. They kind of paint up this more of a sweet picture of God and like, oh, everything is fair, but that's not how it is. So in a lot of ways, this is more accurate to if this was real. Let's say there was a God, there are angels, there are demons. This is more of a fair thing because the Bible is really like, there's a lot of bad things that happen. I mean, God's chosen people, the Israelites, were slaves for so many years and continued to go through these issues. So it's like, you know, there's just a lot of darkness, but also light in the Bible. And I think that's something that if I ever go back towards wanting to study and looking and reading the Bible, maybe now with this newer perspective that I have, it might be a better time to actually like read up and like see some things that I maybe wouldn't have seen before. But basically the whole thing is unfair, and there's no like, but if you're good, you'll be protected and saved. I mean, Jesus was killed. So the most innocent person in that world, he was killed for being innocent and just trying to help people. So it really does make you think. It's so I do appreciate how this is actually showing that it's not like a fairy tale. There's not rainbows and ponies. It's war. And so, yeah, very cool. So I'm excited for what this season has in store for us. So, yeah, I will see you guys in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching with me. Bye, everybody.